Fortune, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Scott.
Fortune, we've spoken about Lemur, Afriton previously. Today I'd like to focus on Vametco. Tell us about the progress that you've made since we last spoke.
A lot of progress. We completed the acquisition together with Yellow Dragon, as you know, on the 6th of April this year. We funded most of that acquisition, more than 80% of it, through debt instruments, which we have since repaid within a space of about 4 months. Testament, of course, to the cash generation capacity of Vametco, which is quite impressive, helped in large part by two things. One, it being a low-cost producer, and also significant increases in the vanadium price that we've seen over the last 12 plus months. We're talking 125% increase in the vanadium prices. Today we're talking vanadium price of about $38 per kilogram vanadium, and this against an all-in production base of about $16. So that's a solid asset that you've got there, and it's continuing to produce very well. Few things that we have also done in that time, we've started to work. Our geologists are working a lot closer with Vametco, just in terms of seeing how we can help improve aspects of the geological, the mining side of the operations, and we're seeing some positive outcomes of that collaboration already. The expansion is obviously underway, which we've also talked about, to increase production from the current initial levels of about 2,800 MTV to 5,000 MTV by 2019. That's a multi-phased expansion program, the first phase of which is already completed, delivering production capacity of about 3,000 and 35 metric tons vanadium. We're now in the second phase of it, which will take our production up to about 3,750 during the course of 2018, before obviously we go up to about 5,000 MTV. So very busy time for the company.
So tremendous expansion potential that you have, Fortune. But tell us about the vanadium flow battery and ESCOM. That's obviously a significant part of the Bushveld strategy.
Yeah, we're bullish about vanadium flow batteries. We're bullish because, firstly, I think increasingly there is recognition about just the sheer potential of the energy storage market. But particularly for vanadium flow batteries, given their unique positioning as long duration, large capacity energy storage solutions, we are very well positioned to help the success of VRFBs. So we can, it's one thing when you just sit and you hope that a technology will be successful. It's another thing when you know that you've got a role in making it successful. And that role is largely in terms of the fact that we've got a large resource base, so we can solve for the security of supply issues. Secondly, we know that we are a low production cost base, which means we can also solve for the security of the cost of the vanadium input into the vanadium flow batteries. And with that in mind, that's why we articulated this integrated platform, which essentially entails us not only producing vanadium and selling it to the vanadium battery manufacturers, but actually saying, hang on, if we can produce low-cost electrolyte, and if we can help the downstream development of the market opportunity for vanadium flow batteries, we can unlock a significant opportunity, which is great for the vanadium production platform, but in its own right is commercially really, really attractive. And we think that the benefit for Bushveld is not just in terms of a broader production base, but it's also access into the economics of the energy industry, which are really compelling.
So Fortune share price, up 650% over the year. That's a great achievement. Is there further potential, and what's next for Bushveld?
Look, we've achieved a lot in this year, and we're very pleased with that, but we're not where we plan on being yet. We think that there is still a lot of growth ahead for us. That growth is going to obviously still be anchored in terms of growing the vanadium platform at Vametco. But beyond that, we are on record for saying that we particularly like the brownfield story for growing our production platform. We continue to look for opportunities to expand that production platform through brownfield opportunities, and South Africa is blessed in that respect, and we're very fortunate to be located there. There's a lot that we're going to be doing on the energy storage front. We've completed studies for the vanadium flow battery, market opportunity for electrolyte manufacturing in South Africa. We're now looking at potential locations for an electrolyte manufacturing facility. We will obviously leverage a facility such as Vametco in terms of that to the extent that we can. But in the end, what we see on the energy front is electrolyte manufacturing, potential vanadium flow battery assembly, and deployment of large-scale, megawatt-scale vanadium flow batteries in the African market.
Well, Fortune, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.